This video will show you some examples of how I used games in my classroom. Kahoot is a fantastic way of not only starting a lesson, but it's also a way that I use to do formative assessment and to just see my students' overall progress. This non-threatening gamification allows students to explore the work that they know and also find their areas of weakness without making them feel inferior to the subject knowledge. Of course, it is also a great way to celebrate victories. DragonBox was an app that I have used for game-based learning in my classroom. This app introduced algebra in a non-threatening way. Students were exposed to mathematical concepts only when they have mastered other concepts. For example, here they had to realize the concept of zero. Then, as students master these concepts, they progress through various stages. The next concept it introduced is the concept of opposite numbers, or in this case, opposite images. As students progress throughout the game, they are introduced to increasing levels of difficulty and complexity. The opportunity for students to learn from their mistakes are constant throughout. For example, the exclamation mark here appears to remind students that they have not followed the concept of equality on both sides. They then get the opportunity to repeat those or to make mistakes like they would have done, for example, here, where they did not choose the easiest way to solve the unknown. Not only have game-based learning improved attainment in my classroom, it has also fostered a love of learning mathematics. I have noticed differences such as a decrease in the number of doctor's or dentist appointments during my periods. Students would also often approach me during lunch and ask what we will be studying during the next period. They're excited to be involved in what they are learning. It is not just computer-based games that we use. Here I have 6th graders explaining the binomial theorem by just using Lego. They completed this as part of an investigation into square and cubic numbers. There are several platforms such as MineCraft that is built for non-educational purposes that is powerful at engaging students. Here is one of my grade 6 classes that used MineCraft to explain geometry vocabulary.
A tetrahedron is like a triangular-based pyramid.
Equilateral triangles of all three sides equal length. Isosceles triangles have two sides the same length and one side a different length. A scalene triangle has all three sides different lengths.
A rectangular prism is like a rectangle except 3D. A fold is something that is flat but has been folded over. A rhombus is quadrilateral and is a parallelogram.
Lines is when two lines intersect with each other and form a 90-degree angle. Parallel lines is when two lines are facing the same way and are next to each other like train tracks.
A trapezium is a shape with two parallel sides connecting, but one is smaller. A pentagon is a shape with 5 even sides and angles. There is a backwards pentagon in every 5-sided star. A hexagon is a shape that has different sides and angles. An octagon is an 8-sided shape with 8 equal sides and angles. A sphere is a 3-dimensional shape with no equal sides and an infinite revolution.
A hemisphere is one half of a sphere. A world is a sphere, so there's different hemispheres, including northern hemisphere, the north half of the earth, and the southern hemisphere, south half of the earth.
An elevation is above ground surface.
A line is straight and does not have any curves and goes on forever. This picture shows a line segment, which means a part of a line. A square is 2D and it is made of 4 line segments of the same length that are connected by edges. An edge is somewhere when 2 sides of a shape meet. The star has 5 points and is made of 5 triangles and a pentagon. A cube is basically a 3D version of a square. It has 6 faces and 8 points.
A face is an individual surface.
A circle is a line that has done a revolution. It has no sides or edges. The kite has a line of symmetry in the middle and has 2 long sides and 2 short sides above. A semicircle is a half of a circle.
This is a hollow shape. A shape is hollow when the inside is empty. This is the inside of a hollow shape.
This unit included multiple skills as the students not only learned how to make a movie in iMovie, they also had to build these shapes themselves.
An axis of symmetry is the imaginary line that separates one shape into 2 identical shapes.
It's just referred to the side.
Time.
The face of a shape is the side of it which is showing, facing you. Reflection is when 2 shapes are separated by a line and look the same, like a reflection, because they are identical. Translation is when you copy a shape down and then copy it to the side.
The base is a bottom of the shape.
Intersection is when 2 shapes overlap each other. The end of a shape is, for example, saying the corner of a shape, if it is the end of the corner. The edge of a shape is like saying the end of a shape, but it is the border of the shape.
Oblong is the shape of a face. It looks like a circle stretched out. 2 sides are straight and the ends are curved.